Good evening guys, it's Pauline again. Thank you for taking time to look at my last two videos that I have uploaded. I know the one previous has been about positivity and the second one followed by gratitude, but I think you'll find that this one's going to be just a little bit different. I would like to spend a bit of time trying to give back, and in that way I am going to discuss my life. So I'm hoping that I can reach out to people there and hopefully touch someone with how I've grown up and how my life has evolved over the past 39 years. So guys, you obviously know my name is Pauline and I'm now 39. When I was born, 31st of July 1980, I was born in Glasgow and my mother was unfortunately an alcoholic at the time. I was born and we didn't have a happy childhood at all. Lots of my memories through alcohol abuse, some mental abuse I would say I suffered at a very young age, kind of stayed with me for quite a while through my life. Now, I think I'm quite a tough person, if I'm being honest. I always say I'm the toughest person you would ever meet. However, I strongly believe that it took me a good 10 years from growing up to be able to deal with how things were in my life. Now, I hope that makes sense and becomes more apparent as we continue to go on. From a very young age, I was extremely accustomed to the smell of vodka, and my mum smoked little rolled up cigarettes. So on a daily basis, I didn't attend a nursery. There was no normal type of lifestyle for me. I very much got up, watched my mum becoming drunk, watched my mum and my stepdad having fights where she would be physically and mentally abused in front of me, and then we would go to bed and get up the next day and we would completely relive it over and over and over again. And to be a very young child and watch your mum's face being physically burst open and helping her clean the blood, and her never being able to look you in the eye properly because she's so ashamed of what's happened, definitely had an impact on me. Now this lasted for, I never played outside. I never really had friends. The furthest I would go was to the back garden. And when I say I went to the back garden, I would ask my mum to leave the back door opened so that I always knew that I could hear if anything was going to happen to her. So I would say, again, at a very young age, I became the mother because I was the one that always carried the worry on my shoulders. Is she okay? Is she alive? After a beating, I would wait to see if I could hear her move, make sure I could hear her up the stairs if she was in her bedroom, scared to go to sleep at night time because I was so scared in case the next morning I woke up and I didn't have a mum anymore. But looking back, I probably didn't have a mum anyway. I was very much left alone to just get on with things. So I would say this went through for at least 3 to 4 years of my very early. There was never any clean clothes in the house. There was never any food in the house. Very little times there was milk. So what we had in the morning for cereal was usually used with having water. The one thing there was plenty of in the house was alcohol. My stepdad every Friday and Saturday night had poker nights, and he would bring all his friends round and he would order my mum to bring him the drinks through, where I had to sit out the way and be there but be seen but never heard. So every Friday and every Saturday night, absolutely guaranteed, would turn into a complete fight with the house trashed and the police at the door. And this went on for quite a few years also. I can remember coming down the stairs quite a few mornings to my mum being at the bottom, packing a bag with a half bottle of vodka in her bag. And I clearly remember asking, where are we going? Just a little trip, darling. This is us leaving. And I knew each time we were running away because she had had quite a bad beating. We ran to hostels. We ran to shelters. We ran to a lady in Royston in Glasgow who I later found out was my gran, but she wasn't interested. I think she had pretty much had her fill of my mum's drinking. So again, people ask me why it takes me a lot to stick to one place and why I seem to always be trying to conquer the world. I feel like I'm totally making up for lost time. So therefore, through my adult life, I would say that it takes a lot for me to find a place where I am grounded, and I feel like I want to stay and be there all the time. I maybe get 2 or 3 years and I seem to want to move on. This isn't a bad thing, but I think that this has clearly came from my childhood. So I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is my reason for telling you this story is I'm going to come on and I'm going to keep telling you little bit snippets going through my life, because do you know what? The path forced upon you as a child is not the path that you have to take. And if there's anyone in the world that's living proof that you can take the hand of cards that you've been dealt and change them into exactly what you want them to be, I am 100% living proof. Thank you for listening.